Let's see. Okay, we should be live now. So
All right.
hopefully it's not going to. I think it's going to be all right. Okay. Hi, I'm Greg Adams with Ecommerce News, and today I have on here my guest. I have Mike Guam, and he's an Amazon merch expert. I call him an expert because he's been doing this here a while, and he's got a very unique method that he's been using to help out local businesses. Well, welcome, Mike.
Hey, how you doing today, man? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you've been doing this Amazon merch deal. A lot of people have heard about Amazon, but what I found, a lot of people haven't heard about Amazon merch. So you want to tell us a little bit about you know how you got started in it, and maybe explain a little bit about what merch is.
Sure. Well, anyway, I am a window cleaner for the past 25 years. I started my business back in '93, and I've been still doing it currently today. And I got into like the online space around 2009. I was doing YouTube videos to help local businesses. I was doing these review type videos. I was taking reviews from their actual Yelp pages and stuff, and I was making videos out of them. And then I would go ahead and I would charge $97 a month to make these videos and maintain them and keep them ranked, on YouTube. And they would have little, phone numbers, some tracking numbers, and it would ring into a piece of software, real cheap piece of software. And then it would ring, and inside the software you can put their phone number, and it would ring into their phone number. So I was doing that, back in 2009, where that's when I first got started. And then in 2013, I started doing private label. I'm sure a lot of people know what that is. Was successful with that too. I bought into the big course that was like $4,000. ASM just was promoted. I think I did ASM 2. So I, gave my shot at that because it's very, once you do the work, it's pretty automated. All you have to do is just call your supplier. And then in 2015, I started doing books, selling used books. So I learned from Greg Murphy, who's a big bookseller.
Yeah.
And these are stuff I removed. I trained myself, and then I have 3 people that are helping me at this time. So I trained them, and I kind of removed myself from that. And merch by Amazon, which is a print on demand for T-shirts. And I'm actually wearing one of. This is my company here. This is one of their T-shirts. Actually, they've gotten better, the T-shirts. Actually, this is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So Chris Green, probably, I don't know if your audience knows him, but
Yep.
pretty popular in the FBA space. Amazon, which is fulfillment by Amazon. Uh, he brought it up back in September of 2015. I'm just was looking at the calendar the other day. I'm doing this 2 years now. So it's pretty cool. Um, anyway, Chris was talking about this, and I really didn't pay attention to it until October, when he was holding a webinar, and then he says, "Hey, you can do this for local business." So that kind of, I was like, oh, okay, this is like what I'm doing. I'm really passionate about the local business arena. So I listened to his talk, and then the following day, I went out, and I went and talked to a pizza owner down the street from me. He just opened up, and I went in, and I didn't go in like a salesperson. I went in and just I ordered a pizza, and, got to talk to him a little bit, and I said to him how long you been open, and and we shot the breeze for a little bit, and then I said to him, hey, how would you like to learn? How would you like me to show you how to bring in more customers using Amazon? So he kind of had like the deer in the headlights look, like Amazon. How's that going to help me? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and then I explained to him. I says, yeah, we can. You can have the customers on a certain day of the week wear a T-shirt. I called it, my campaign was T-shirt Tuesdays, and which is like for the pizza during the week, or a restaurant's the slower days or the beginning of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then in the weekend is when everything starts to pick up. Everybody's home and watching the game and all that stuff, so they're ordering pizza. So anyway, I showed him. I took him. I actually had a little Kindle with me at the time, and I had web access to his place there, and I showed him how that my Merch by Amazon account, how we can do all this stuff and how we can upload the shirt and do the logo, and I walked out with a check for $250 for the fee, for setup to set them up, so that was my first, experience. Just to go back a little bit, there's no blueprint of what I'm doing. So I actually took what I learned from my window cleaning business when I was going out and how I built it, door knocking, leaving flyers, leaving cards, old school stuff.
Right.
So I just applied what I learned from building my window cleaning business to applying that to local merch. I call it the local merch because you're going to local businesses and you're having them, you're creating these T-shirts with their logo. They already have the logo, so all you have to do is upload it to the Amazon platform. You give them what they call as a private link, and then they give that to their email list or their social media, whatever, and they post that. And then they offer, it could be like 50% off on a meal or a pizza, or how they have the soda and the family deals for $20. So people can get the meal like 50% off. So that's what we did with the first client, and it turns out I actually made more than that. The guy had 2 other restaurants, so the total was $750. That I made from that first deal doing that. So it's a little bit different than the other model, which is people are having designs developed, and they're putting them on a T-shirt, through Amazon's it's called Merch by Amazon.
Right.
The new it's not new anymore, but at the time it was new, and they just put a design and then put it onto a shirt and then sell it on Amazon, which there's no cost really except for the having the design made. Designs back then I think you could have made for $5, through Fiverr. Now today people are using, they're hiring people, and then they're for like, they're still getting designs for around $10, which is really cheap because that design could make you a lot of money. But what I like about my method and like I said, this is something that I created. Nobody's still doing it today, I don't think. I have a course and I have a few students that are doing pretty good, but I don't think like not a whole lot of people are doing it.
Right.
So,
yeah, a lot of people are putting the designs up, and when Amazon first came out, it was the wild west, and there was an unlimited amount of designs you could put up, and basically people putting up a bunch of garbage, but Amazon has cut back on that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but so there's other people that are doing it that way. And by the way, right now it's by invitation only. So there's sometimes people waiting 6-8 months, sometimes a year to get in on the merch platform now. But so yeah, you mentioned I love this model. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing as well. I love the model because you're really able to help a local business. Like you mentioned, you worked with a pizza shop. But, in our previous conversation, you also talked about how you helped out a beauty salon and then also a tire store as well. I know you can't mention the name, but could you tell us a little bit about and a couple of more stories, maybe about the beauty salon and maybe the tire?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the beauty salon was kind of, that's the one I picked up when the Wild Wild West was going on, and and what was interesting with them is that, my parents have been in that industry, in the hair industry for 50 years. I remember as a kid, sitting in the salon and my mom was doing hair and all that stuff. So I actually knew that model really well. That's why I approached it, because I know there's services in there that are super expensive. It's just not going to a salon and not just going to the $10 haircut place. these places are getting, 100, $200
Right.
to do certain services, for colors and all this, stuff. And then they upsell you to shampoo and all this, stuff like that too. So with this person I knew for a long time, and I approached, and this is when I get started to see, this stuff really worked too, So, and I wanted to help her as well. But when we were doing this, she had a really good following with social media. You know what I mean? She had like a Pinterest page, and I'm not great with social media, but she had this like thousands of people on her, she had thousands of customers, for over 20, she's been in business over 20 years. So like her follow, she has a big following on all these social media platforms. So we use that as well too to promote the T-shirt, but we weren't able to get the T-shirt, so we had to do a mock-up. She did these mock-ups with postcards.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, so and then she put them on her, on her Pinterest and Instagram, and she has a page, excuse me, a Facebook page. She did it too, and we were able to generate 60 new clients for her. Even
wow.
though we didn't have all the. The nice thing working with her, she kind of understood. It's not like she's in business. She know anything to do to get somebody in. She understood, which made it easier. You know what I mean? And some businesses don't get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
yeah. What business doesn't want 60 new customers?
Yeah. So we ran that like during the week in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Especially if let's say the average customer is $100, right? You know what I mean? So it's a pretty good, return.
Did you do that in a 2-year period of time, 1-year period of time, or was that how quickly did that?
No, she got that. No, dude, that was in like 3-4 days.
Wow, they see that's powerful right there. 3 or 4 days, 60 new. Yeah, that's great.
Sorry, we ran it on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then Saturday she got slammed, like hammered with people. So after I got to go there and see the whole. The store was just bombarded. I don't think they could take everybody that day. They had to make appointments and stuff. So she, so after all the dust settled, she got 60 new clients. Okay, so getting now the tire company was kind of in the wild west. I had been working on them for about 6 months prior to the Merch by Amazon opportunity, right? So we were going back and forth, and finally, when Merch came out, I went back in and I talked to the district manager and said, "Hey, can you get me an appointment? I want this opportunity. Amazon just came out with this platform because you mentioned because they wear T-shirts, so they were having issues with keeping track of the T-shirt, and they were having the T-shirts made locally, but they were just putting them in the back of a warehouse, so anybody can just grab them. It was like in a room, like a little room, like a little closet.
Yep.
So I said to him, "Look, I think with this platform we can save you money." You know what I mean? So I talked to the district manager. So he got me an appointment, and I actually hired an attorney. It cost me $2,000 to hire him, and he drew the contract and came with me. And it's very intimidating because I'm a window cleaner. I'm not a, you know what I mean? I'm confident in selling my service, but when you're in a room and there's 6 guys in a suit, it's pretty serious. These guys are just poker face, nothing.
Right.
So when I started telling them how I can save the money with the T-shirts, one guy was just like, that can save us $300,000.
Wow.
Because they don't have to keep. The nice thing about the Amazon merch opportunity, or Merch by Amazon as we call it, you can order one shirt at a time.
Yep.
And they love that. So they're like, and then Amazon gives you a choice when you upload your shirts. As you know, you can sell it on Amazon, and then they have that private link thing where you can sell it, private link, so they can just give it. They wanted it to be very targeted. You know what I mean? So we gave them the private link, and then they would send that to their list, and then the people can buy the T-shirt and bring it in and wear it, and get a discount. And also for the employees, they can have a link to buy, and they can keep track of where the shirts are coming from.
Yeah, that's
the T-shirt for the employees, and the T-shirt for the consumer were different.
yep,
So that's how they can tell.
yeah,
And as you know, Amazon has in their back office, you can print everything out. It shows you what you sold, where the T-shirts are coming from, and all that stuff.
yeah. They track everything.
So they can order one at a time instead of a minimum order was a dozen to 3 dozen T-shirts, and they just sit there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that deal, that was like that. They have 878 stores. So the first set of stores that I had were about 110 stores, and that deal, I got a check for $27,000.
Wow.
On that. Sorry about that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we got emergency going on.
Yeah, the TV's gone. Yeah, I forgot to shut it off. Sorry about that. Anyway,
Hey, that's what you do when you get live. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great, man. That's funny.
It's those weather things. They
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I can't get up. So but anyway, stop. Sorry about that.
That's great. No, yeah, get everybody's attention. Well, we got a fire, earthquake. What we got going on?
Yeah, so it was for the contract was for the T-shirt setup, and then we were doing YouTube videos for them, local videos for them, like little commercials, and I outsourced that stuff. There's guys that in my town do that, and they have all the equipment.
Right.
I'm not going to try to get my phone out like people say, oh, you can get your phone and film it. No, these guys, they have everything, the lighting, and then so we set up everything where they can go in and actually do the commercial for them.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So that was like the big deal that I made. And then what really works today for me are the restaurants. I mean, you and I've talked about this.
Yep.
Because there's so many of them. I mean, everywhere, and they're all trying to get you in their door.
Yep.
And how I went about doing this is what I do is, we get these flyers that come to the house with postcards.
Yeah, Valpak.
Valpak, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and they have coupons.
Yep.
Like $10 off for an oil change or whatever. You know what I mean? 20% off on a meal, or $5 off a drink, or so whatever. So what I would do to target the businesses I would target are the businesses that are actually spending money on ads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and direct response is what I know, because that's how I built my business. So I basically took what I knew from what I did years ago and applied it to the merch. I call it local merch.
Yep.
Opportunities. So what I do is I take their flyer in. At first I do my homework first. You know what I mean? I make sure, like I said, I find clients that are spending the money, and then we try to get the appointment. And then once we get the appointment, then I can go in and explain the whole what I can do for them. And so I take in their flyer, and they're already spending. The nice thing is, excuse me, they're already spending the money on this ad. All I'm doing is trying to do a revenue share with them. In other words, when you sell a T-shirt on Amazon, let's say for $19.99, you make $7.12. That's what Amazon pays you. So what I would do with the local business is we would price it at that price, $19.99, and I would give them most of the money. I would give them $6, and I would keep $1 and change from, whatever, dollar. We'll make it $7 to round it off.
Right.
But I would give them $6, and I would keep $1.
Right.
And the reason why I do that is because I'm trying to build that relationship with them, give them something where they have a revenue stream coming in, and then I can offer them other services like YouTube and Facebook and websites and stuff, because it's bigger than merch. What I do, I like I said, I have a small agency, and I'm looking at that customer for long term.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's how it is with my business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I don't have to go out anymore because I have a big base now. I have 5,000 clients in my window cleaning business, so people are always calling me, so I don't have to worry about the recession or the market or the economy's bad, because I put in all the hard work over those years, and the people still call me. So it's kind of I'm trying to build the same thing with the local merch, and I'm just using a T-shirt. It's like to get my foot in the door.
Yeah, I
have them long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. Some of the arguments have been, and that's what I love about merch is a lot of people say, well, I've been using, X T-shirt shop down the street for years, and that's great, and love promoting that. But with this here, like you mentioned earlier, I think a lot of business owners, I want to kind of repeat what you said that people miss the boat on. You have to buy a minimum. If you're buying from the another company, then you're having to buy a minimum amount of shirts. You're having to stock them. You're having to deal with returns. So let's just say we go back to your pizza example. If somebody buys a shirt and it's the wrong size, or you don't have the size, how many times has that happened to a business that actually already used T-shirts in the business? They're having to take time out and have their waiters or their staff handle that. We know that the other problem is stuff is walking off. Loss, prevention loss you have right there. So there's so many different headaches that the business owner has to deal with this, with a standard using T-shirts. But with this method using Amazon, now the customer orders the shirt. If they've got Amazon has over 244 million customers on their site. If they are a Prime member, which has over 56 million Prime members on Amazon, then they get a free 2-day shipping on it. So now, let's say Mary orders a T-shirt for her grandson for Paul's Pizza over there, and it comes back and it's the wrong size. No fault of the owner of the shop. He doesn't have to deal with it, but she's not happy with it. Amazon will return it happily and send them another shirt. So you don't have to deal with any of the returns. And the big thing behind it, which really just blew me away, the profit that you make off of it, you still get to keep the royalties. And that's another thing with any of these other T-shirt setups, is that none of them pays you a royalty. You're just out the money. You make this here, other than what we charge for, helping you set it up. There is no charge to Amazon to print this out. When it sells, then they send you a royalty, at the end of the month. So that's what I love about this. It is a print on demand type of business, but you're not having to. You got a business in a box without all the hassle. That's what I love about it. And by helping the local businesses do this, then you're able to actually give back to the community, and they can go about doing what they do best, and that's run their business.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this model versus the other model, that we were talking about, you're uploading a design, and I'm not knocking that model. It's a lot of people are doing well, doing that model. But this model, there's there's no, like you said, no competition. I don't have to upload that many designs to tier up, and just so that people know, that don't understand it, Amazon, you start off when you open up an account. Once you finally get in, you start at 10, and then it goes to 25, and you have to make those sales. So that means you have to have at least 25 designs or 10 designs or 25 designs to go to that next level or make those sales. The nice thing is that one business did it for me. It tiered me up.
Yeah.
I'm at the full tier just from one business. You know, the tire company did that for me. And then plus the other companies that I have too, but they're the ones that got me tiered up very fast. You know what I mean? And I have to worry about another thing too is the keywords. You know, putting them into the description and having some. I don't have to worry about somebody stealing my design or anything like that. It's the who's going to steal a pizza design? You know what I mean?
Right.
Put it, throw it on a shirt and sell it. Nobody. So that's another nice thing too about what I'm doing. And I'm just starting to do the other method, but it's nothing anywhere close to what I'm doing with local merch. And I'm helping a business. You know what I mean? That's more gratifying to me than if I can get that guy a couple more people in the door every week over time. I mean, that guy's my best friend, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's gratifying to me. Putting a T-shirt up, Greg, to be real honest, and trying to sell it and seeing how much I can. It doesn't do nothing for me, So that's why I like this method. And I over the 2 years I've honed down and gotten better at it. But like I said, I don't have any competition. Nobody's doing it.
Right.
And it's not. And here's another thing I'll mention too. Yes, it's hard, and it's hard, and then it's not hard. You know what I mean? It's like you can walk. Anybody can walk in and talk to somebody. Okay, if you do it enough times, Greg, you've been in the sales a long time like me. You just get better at it, and it only takes a hand. Like I'm not kidding you, Greg. It only takes a handful, 5 people, or 5 customers, to do really well.
Yeah.
You can do really well. You can make, an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a month easily. But it takes time. It takes work to do that. I'm not going to say, in the next month you're going to make $10K. Now want to, because there's guys out there that say, do this, and you know how that is.
Yeah. You get
$5,000 next week. No, it takes work. Over there in 2016, I saw over 2,200 businesses, and I got hundreds and hundreds of no's. So you have to have a thick skin to do this too. I mean, if somebody tells you no, you can't go, oh God, this doesn't work. No, it works. It really does work.
Yeah. Well, they're not saying no, and that's just a basic of sales. They're not saying no to you personally. They're saying no to the opportunity. And really, it's really not a hard sell, because you're going in, you're leveraging Amazon, one of the most trusted websites in the world. I'd say pretty much everybody today knows who Amazon. If you walk in and ask somebody in a room of 100 people, 99% of them are going to know who Amazon is. So it's not like, I'm starting Greg's T-shirt company here. You're leveraging Amazon. You just simply ask them questions. Would you like to know how you can leverage Amazon in your business? And they go, huh? And then you simply show them. I mean, really, that's what a max 15-minute presentation, probably more like a 5 to 7, 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. And either they get it.
It's very easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. So you're presenting the opportunity, and like you said, either they see it or they don't. And you're leveraging, again, Amazon, which they take care of the customers. And that's what I like about it, too. We know from experience from you doing FBA, me doing e-commerce and stuff like that, Amazon is number one for the customer. And that's why I like this model as well. So we can trust that Amazon's going to take care of our customer. Because at the end of the day, I've done other business when I was in water filtration business. End of the day, they're not going to call Amazon. They're not going to call. They're calling you. For if there's a problem with your business. So we know that Amazon's going to take care of it. But it doesn't. I know you say you're doing a lot of restaurants right now, but just to give some people some ideas, it also works, like you said, with a hair salon. But it can also be used for fundraisers. There's
like
churches, any kind of organizations that raise money, that need to raise money all the time. Fundraisers.
Sports bars are good.
Yeah.
I've done an oil change place. You know, I've done those. I've done. And I've done franchises too. And people, you know, I've got people saying, well, you know, how are you dealing with the trademark stuff, you know, with the franchise? Well, I get permission from the owners. I mean, as you know, franchises are not owned by, you know, run by a corporate. You know, they're individuals own these franchises. They
Right.
make a lot of money. So I talk to them and I get permission for them. And have them sign a contract to get. So if anything comes up, then I just give that to Amazon. So I never ran into any problems with doing the franchise, and that was something I wanted to try. You know, back in 20. I did that in 2015, the end of 2015 and 16.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of 2016. So I picked up franchises too. I'll work in any type of service business, you know, that's offering something, you know, where they're you look at it as the client acquisition is $8,000. They can discount that.
Sure.
You know, they can discount it. So it's up to the owner. So any type of service business, but what's worked for me and what I'm doing is the restaurant, because it's, you know, it's.
Well, they live and die by that person coming in there, getting the people in the door every week.
Customer.
Yeah, repeat customers.
And I try to, you know, you have your favorite spot to go eat, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. It's food's consumable, right? So, and people, they like a place, man, they're there every week.
Yeah.
So that's why I target the restaurants. It's like, because you add 5 or 10 clients to a place for a pizza joint or whatever, they're gonna love you, man, and they're gonna tell their friends, and so on. That's how I don't run ads but that's gonna change. I'm testing some stuff. I spoke with you with Facebook, but Greg, I've gotten from a cheesy little website I built back in 2009 with no opt-in or anything. I got over 7,000 leads from that thing.
Wow.
I built it once. And the strategy I used was testimonials, video testimonials.
Yeah, they work.
I was doing that back into, so, you know.
I've done them, yeah, with my water filtration business. Yeah, that speaks volumes right there. So you're absolutely right.
Honest, I'm not going to, and that's people today, you know, their attention span is, you know, short, and nobody's reading through a sales page or anything.
Nope.
Anymore.
Nope.
You know,
I better grab my phone too as we speak, because mine's going to go off.
Yeah, I just sorry about that.
That's okay. Oh, I already had it on vibrate.
Got to turn it on.
That's all right.
I'd rather watch a video for 2 minutes.
Sure.
Just give me the cliff notes, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
all
what
right.
people want. That's why you see all those little. But no, I've been doing this now for 2 years. I started in October 27th was the day, I think, or I did it on the 27th of 2015, and then the 20th I posted my first video into the merch group, the big merch group that's out there, and fast forward today, I'm still at this. It's actually become a full-time gig for me now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so it's extra. Just another form of income, which is and it's not. What's nice about it too. I'm not. It's doing local, as you know. You're not a slave to Amazon or YouTube or these social media stuff, because they can shut you down.
Right.
And then there goes your money. With local, you don't have that. You have the client. And as long as you're taking care of them, like I've been for 25 years with my windows, I have people that have been with me as when I first started. So as long as I continue to do good work, I don't really work. I've been blessed that way. I can't work any other way.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same with merch. You know what I mean? you're bringing in clients for these people, and that's they don't care about page one rank of this and SEO this
No,
and that.
they want more customers in the door, and you're bringing the opportunity in there. You leveraging Amazon to bring in there, and it's getting pretty exciting. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag a little bit, because I noticed the other day that now that they're starting to, can't offer it yet, but they're starting to roll out hoodies, coffee mugs, other plush pillows. I think
we'll probably see that after Christmas.
Yeah. I've seen some of the bigger companies are getting that now. So, I said in the beginning, and I think Chris Green's one had said it, is that they didn't name it T-shirts by Amazon. They named it merch by Amazon. So that was the whole intent of this whole business, was to start it out doing the T-shirts, but now they're starting out roll more merch out there. So again, I think it's a great way to help the local businesses bring in more repeat loyal customers. I think that's the key to it. I think it's a great business model. Man, my hat's off to you for taking action. With this,
it's been even though I have all this experience, it's still it's not easy. You walk into a place, and before how I was doing like I was doing my windows. I walked in to try to, hey man, you want to talk about, and they look at you and they already know, these people. How many people walking through their door, right? Like,
yep.
Oh, here's another, what's this guy selling me? So I had to just change that to for time wise too. You know what I mean? There's no way I can see the amount of business that I did if I kept doing that. So I actually have people helping me, and I tell them what to say. That little spiel I told you about. Here, would you like to learn more about how Amazon can help you bring in more clients? Real simple. And I'm like, what? That's the thing. Nobody knows merch by Amazon, which is the actual name, but people know Amazon, like you said.
Right.
You talk to anybody, oh yeah, I know Amazon. Everybody knows Amazon, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So
yep.
That's how I go about it. That's what I say. And then Amazon, how's they going to help me? That's what I'm saying. The less you say,
yeah,
the better.
Yep.
And then when I go in, and then I give them the whole thing, and I tell them, and they're like, wow, And then when you're offering to do a revenue share, I mean, they wouldn't have had that before.
No.
Like you're giving them. They're selling. All they have to do is sell shirts.
Yeah, you're giving them a passive income. Who doesn't want a passive income?
Like the pizza place that I have, they sold. They're doing probably on the low end 15 shirts to on the high end 25, 30 shirts a week. And it's a small. It's not like it's a small pizza joint, dude. You walk in, you order. It's got a couple of tables in the inside, and it's a small place, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real good.
But it's the locals around the town that keep coming back.
Yeah.
So, but
well, I remember
you don't need a handful of people to do well.
Sure. Well, I know you put out a course. If people want to know more about it, how can they find out about your course, or how can they get a hold of you?
Let's see. If you guys are on Facebook, go to The Local Thrifters. Just type it in the search, The Local Thrifters. And when you come onto that page, my course is right there on that page if they want to find out more, and they can go through all the page and see all the different places that I've gone to. And
well,
I have a lot of my videos.
Yeah.
Showing the checks people actually wrote to me.
Yeah.
Are on that page, so if they want to find out more, they can go there.
Okay. Well, I'll put a link up after this video. It'll be available in the magazine coming up, Ecommerce News Magazine. You can download that app, and Mike will be in there on that. And here in the Facebook, I'll put a link to it here after we finish up, so you can go out there and check that out. Well, Mike, man, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with me. I think it's a great opportunity. It's very exciting being able to, leverage something, a household name like Amazon, to help a local business. So there's no other business model that you can get in that's so lucrative that in being able to help other people out. So again, thanks for coming on my show today, and we'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for having me. I truly appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Let me hit. Let me see.